Good morning, students. I am Dr.R.Suganya, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science with Cybersecurity. Today I am going to talk about the topic message authentication and functions. Message authentication function means like to verify the integrity and authenticity of a message. They ensure that the message has not been altered in transit and that it becomes from a legitimate source. So that is, we have to keep our message very safe. So what we can do, we can use some common techniques like authentication codes. That is, a MAC is generated by applying a secret key to the message and then hashing the result. This ensures that only someone with the correct key can produce a valid MAC for a given message. Hash based message authentication code, that is, it uses a cryptographic hash functions in combination with secret key to produce a MAC. It's designed to provide both data integrity and authenticity. So here we can see the Python programming to create the hash message authentication codes. So we can use the input HMAC, that is hash message authentication code. We are importing that library files and we are passing the parameters like key and message, and argument means for every message that has been taken as the bytes as data type, and argument is given key also, that is a secret key which also takes into bytes, and it which returns a hexadecimal representation of the message, that is string, that it is unreadable form. Okay, so it will return the key with message with, that is, which is been encrypted. Okay, and which is another end they will receive the same thing, and it has to be decrypted with the same parameters, keys, message, and the hexadecimal digest functions has been used. Hash functions, this takes as an input and produce a fixed size string of bytes. The output, which is typically known as the hash value, should uniquely represent the input data. A good hash function has the following properties, that is deterministic. The same input will always produce the same output. Fast to compute. It should be quick to calculate the hash value for any given data. Pre-image resistance. It should be infeasible to generate the original input given the hash output. Collision resistance. It should be infeasible to find two different inputs that produce the same hash output. Common hash functions. No longer recommended for security critical applications due to vulnerabilities. It is also considered SHA-1, it is also considered insecure for many applications. SHA-256, which is a part of SHA-2 family, which is widely used and considered secure. Security of hash functions definition. A hash function takes an input and produces a fixed size strings of characters, which is typically a digest that represents the input data. Pre-image resistance, second pre-image resistance, it is collision resistance, and it is deterministic. Common hash functions SHA-256 and SHA-3. So the vulnerabilities is other hash functions like MD5 and SHA-1 have known vulnerabilities and should not be used for security critical applications. Digital signature. So it is one of the cryptographic equivalent of a handwritten signature or stamped seal, but much secure. So how it works is the sender generates a hash of the message and then encrypts this particular hash with their private key, creating the digital signatures. Verification. The recipient decrypts the signature with the sender's public key and compares the results with the hash of the received message. Properties. Integrity, authenticity, non-repudiation. And there are some common algorithms like RSA, DSA, and elliptic curve digital signature algorithm. So these are the properties, security properties. Authentication protocols, like common protocols, how entities in a network verify each other's identity and ensure to secure the communication. Kerberos, a ticket-based authentication system that allows secure identification between users and services. So nowadays, this Kerberos has been a popular system in organizations to raise a ticket for particular request. So OAuth, that is Authorization Framework, and TLS, Transport Layer Security. And there are properties like confidentiality, integrity, and authentication. Summary of interrelationships: hash functions, MACs, digital signatures, and authentication protocols. MCQs. So there are MCQs that you can go through.